My name is Brad Rickerby, and I'm coming to you today from a beautiful island in the Philippines near the Pacific Ocean, where as soon as I finish this video, sending it to you, I intend to go scuba diving and spend my time relaxing. But before I do that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my teaching philosophy and how I will teach your kids. First point I wanted to make is that I see myself more as a facilitator, as a leader of discussions, rather than as a standard teacher. I do not believe you can stand in front of a class of teenagers and lecture for 45 minutes and hold their attention. I believe you have to involve them in the process, make them part of the conversation, get them talking rather than have me talking all the time. The second point about my teaching I wanted to make is that I see my advantage, what I think of as my competitive advantage to the children, as my ability to speak English. I think the most effective way for the kids to learn to speak English is with a native English speaker. And to that end, I try always to have them have conversations with me. Talk with them, get them talking, I think is the best plan for getting them to learn English, particularly conversational English. Now, having said that, on my first day of, let's say, my photography class, I will go in and I will talk to the kids. I will lecture them for maybe 10 minutes about the different types of emotional involvement that photography has. For example, there are two types, I think, of emotional involvement. The first is the pictures themselves. To be a great photograph, you have to elicit some sort of emotion from your viewer, whether it's anger or joy or sadness or even just a smile. For a photograph to be good, it has to be emotional. Second type of emotion in photography is the emotion of the photographer themselves. And I will try to impart to the kids that photography is fun and that they should have some sort of emotional involvement when they're taking the picture. Personally, I get very wrapped up and emotional about being a photographer, and that's why I've done it for so many years. I do, by the way, get the same kind of emotional joy from teaching the kids to do the photography. So what I will actually do on that first day of class is get them all to have their cell phones, which I assume they have, if they're not supposed to, and just start taking pictures of everything. I'll get them to take pictures of me. I'll get them to take pictures of each other. I'll get them to take selfies, which are ubiquitous at this point. Everybody takes selfies. And I will try and get the kids to just have fun taking the pictures. And then we'll look at the pictures. I'll get them all to download their favorites, email them to me, and I will put them up in a PowerPoint presentation, and I will get the kids to talk about the pictures, to talk about themselves, to talk about what emotions they see in the kids they took pictures of and what emotions were running through their minds when they actually took the pictures. It's a great way to break the ice, in addition to being a great way to learn how to take pictures, and a great way to learn about the emotions behind pictures, and a great way to start in having conversations in English with the English teacher. I will jump around them. I will be silly. I will make faces like that so that the kids will all laugh and not think of me just as a crusty old fart who does nothing but teach economics and be boring. I will try and be human to them, all of which I hope will facilitate getting the conversation going. Showing the pictures to the kids has always been a great way to get them to laugh and talk about themselves and get the conversation in English going. I found in the past you get a lot of kids who just say, "Oh, I like the picture," or "Oh, I just like the picture so." And you have to dig deeper into them to find the words they have in their vocabulary that they can use. But the digging process can be fun and challenging at times for some of the kids. Okay, once you've done that, my intention would be to set up a photojournalistic project called The Pictures of Me for each of the kids. So we spend a week doing pictures of their family, their friends, their animals, pets, what they love to do, their sports, hobbies, everything about them that we can put into pictures. So towards the end of a month or 6 weeks, we can have presentations where each of them say, this is me, this is my life in pictures. Again, it facilitates the conversations, it gets them talking, and that's the whole point, to have a conversation in English with me, with the other kids in the class that's fun. It will get them to learn English, spoken English more quickly, and hopefully have an enjoyable time in the process. That's about it. This is where I am. Beautiful island. I think I would much rather be out there swimming than recording right now. So I'm going to sign off and hope that is what you want. And I will look forward to talking to you all very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you and goodbye.